Hey everybody, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. Today is going to be our tarot reading, so if you guys want to get a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, and we'll get started in a moment. Just a quick little heads up before we get started. Number one, if you guys like what you see in the video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons. That way you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. It lets me know that you like the content I'm making and you want to see more. Secondarily, I have included a list of timestamps and the decks I'm using for this reading. And finally, that's going to be in the description. Check it out if you're interested. Finally, I have included a link to my tip jar and my commissions page. That's right here. I am available for private readings if you want to have that done. Please follow your heart on that. I'm totally happy to help where I can, and it's available as an option, not an obligation. So, yeah, please consider it. Hope to see you over there. Okay. Just a few quick life updates. Things have been going okay over here. It's been quiet. It's been kind of hot in my part of the world because we are coming up to summer. Yeah, we're in summer right now. It's definitely warmer. I've had to be, no, I'm not here for it. Summer, I used to live for summers, especially when I was still in school, because then I had like swaths of time off. Not anymore. The heat bothers me way too much, and I don't know if that's definitely a me thing. Yeah, me in summer. I'm dreading the coming weeks, but we're gonna make it work. I have you guys and my cards. So yeah, we're gonna see what they have to say. Let's get into it. Okay, cool. If you are new here, hi, hello, I'm Meg. I will be reading your cards today. The way I usually do this is I will read some oracle cards, I will read some tarot cards, and I like to do that just so it gives a complete picture of the energy here. I find that oracle cards tend to be more general, whereas I can read specific details from the tarot. So if you are interested, please stick around. Hopefully this reading resonates with you. If you're just finding this video, cool. I hope it helps. Okay. We're gonna start by reading the main energy. We're gonna look at the hidden energy. That's a card on the bottom. We're gonna look at the clarifying energy, which is the the card on the top. Okay, we're gonna do that for both tarot and oracle. So, right, enough rambling. Let's get into the cards. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we need to see. Main energy. Let's see what we need to see. Okay. So, starting with our oracle, we have the Thief of Peace. Okay, we've got the Thief of Peace. Okay. We have the Keeper of Silence. Thief of Peace, we have the Keeper of Silence. Okay. We have the Spider Woman. Okay, we've got the Spider Woman. Okay, Thief of Peace, Keeper of Silence, Spider Woman. We have the Rescuer. We have the Rescuer. Okay. And we have Failure's Muse. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Some of you are kind of keeping quiet about what's bothering you. That's the first thought I had here, because we have this keeper of silence here. It's definitely you're holding. I think you might be holding back on something you really should be saying. Okay, and um, either there's something you should be saying to someone, or maybe admitting to yourself, or you're not looking at facts you need to be aware of. Okay, either way, so something's being held back, something is being kept quiet. Okay, and it's causing some anxiety and some stress. um, I'm getting here this Thief of Peace card. Something's taking away your sense of peace. Something about whatever it is you're keeping to yourself is really causing you to feel out of control, out of your own space, and it's not fun. It's not something you really anticipated having to hold on to, but you're choosing to hold on to it anyway, because if you verbalize it, um, I think there's a fear of being misunderstood. Okay, I think here with this failures muse, there's wolves. Figuratively, there's wolves at your door, and they're just waiting for you to. They're waiting to see what you'll do next. Okay, um, it feels like these wolves might be people who are looking at you and expecting you to fail at something. And this is why you've chosen to keep a lot close to your chest. Okay. Um, keep a lot close to your chest. I think this is a creative pursuit. Okay. The Spider Woman suggests creativity. You're putting threads out into the universe in terms of what you're creating. You're kind of seeing what can be done. Okay, but you have this energy looming over your head, and it's not feeling secure. Okay, you're not really feeling secure with it right now. Okay, um, on top of that, I think some people are looking at you as a healing or connective energy. Okay, there's a thread connecting you to them. And I think the reason why this person is looking at you and hoping that you'll fail is because if you succeed at this creative energy, it will sever that connection. It will sever any access they may have to you. Okay. They don't want that. They want you to constantly rescue them. They want you to be their caretaker. They want you to be their comforter. And while I think this may resonate with you if you are caretaking, giving energy, sometimes overextending that, not even sometimes, most times, being in that state of overextension isn't helpful. It's not going to fill you. It's only going to drain your cups faster. So that's also part of the reason why you're keeping things to yourself right now. Okay, it's a creative pursuit that you've chosen to do, but people are looking at you. People are looking at you to stumble, to fall. They're looking at you to. They're looking at you. They're looking at you to not succeed. Basically, all of this to say they don't want you to succeed because it's a loss for them and not for you. It's a loss for them and not for you. Okay. You know this, and that's why you're keeping quiet, but keeping quiet isn't going to help you. It isn't going to help you. it's not helping you because it's making you anxious, it's making you nervous. You're yeah, you're anxious and you're nervous. Now let's see, okay, so I split the deck. I have the Devouring Mother, okay, and the Labyrinth Walker. So I think this is representing a cycle for you. I'm getting here with the Labyrinth Walker because it feels like the situation has caused you to kind of walk in circles, and you've met dead end after dead end. You're not sure where it is you might be going with this. Okay, and this is scary. This is scary, but I think there might be some lessons to be learned in this. Okay, there might be some lessons to be learned in this because you have to learn how to defend yourself. You have to learn how to stand up for yourself. Okay, you're the caretaker, you're the giver. You will drop everything on a dime if it means that somebody else has their needs met before yours. That is admirable. That is saying, yes, I'm thinking about you. I'm hoping for the best for you. But what if you had somebody else doing the same thing for you? Okay. Right now, I'm getting the sense that you're the only one putting in the time and the effort for everybody else. And you need to bring it back to yourself here. Okay. Because you can't stay at a dead end. You can't keep walking the same cycle. Okay. You can't keep walking the same cycle. Now, I also have the Devouring Mother. The way I understand the iconography in this card is that this is depicting Medusa, and if you know anything about her myth, she has the snakes for hair. If you stare at her for too long, you'll turn to stone. What needs to happen, what I think you fear happening with this other person who is fearing the severance, okay, is that the severance may need to happen. Okay, that's not fun. I don't like saying this, but in the interest of taking care of yourself, um, you may have to say, actually, buddy, I need to put an X right here. I need to cross this off because this isn't going to serve for any. It isn't going to serve either of our good. Okay. Better put, it's not going to serve the good for either of us. So I need to cut you off right here. I can't take care of you anymore. Okay, and that hurts. That's going to hurt, but you've already made the choice. I think you've already made the choice. Okay. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts, but you know, what are you supposed to do when you keep getting hurt and you have to hold back? What else are you supposed to do? Okay. Let's see our tarot. What else do we need to see? What else do we need to see for our main energy? Okay. Okay. Okay, one more, then I'll bring up our cards. Okay. So with the tarot, we're getting the Eight of Scepters. This is the Eight of Wands. Okay, we've got the Eight of Scepters. We have the Three of Coins. Okay, we've got the Three of Coins. Okay, we have the Knight of Coins. Okay, we have the Knight of Coins. We have the Lovers. Okay, we have the Lovers. Okay. And we have the Queen of Spikes. This is the Queen of Swords. Okay. So right off the bat here, we have some choices to be made. And the energy that comes through right off the bat with this Queen of Swords is the protectiveness of it. This may resonate with you for the fact that there is something you're keeping close to your chest. You're not saying something to somebody who needs it. Maybe you're not admitting that there's something you need to look at within yourself. Okay. There is that sense of energy here. Okay. We're confirming what we mentioned in the oracle reading. But this is giving you this protectiveness, while it is uncomfortable and while it does have this sense of feeling ill at ease, you do have some choices to make. You do have some significant choices to make here. And typically, in fact, I am going to put relationships into this card here because this is all about that. Oftentimes, you'll see this read as maybe a card to do with love, sex, or romance. I'm not going to put that in there because this is an interpersonal relationship that has nothing to do with that. There's someone in your space that really wants access to your energy, but you can't let them have it right now because you have something else that you need to focus on. Okay, that's what they fear. They're going to lose access to you if you continue on your path as you planned it. Okay. Yes, this feels uncomfortable. This feels strange. This feels so gross. Just the energy is settling wrong. But you have to consider this. Okay. You really do have to consider this because you have the Three of Coins and you have the Knight of Coins here. There are people around you who do genuinely care about you. They want you to achieve your goals. You have something on your plate that really matters to you to do. But hate this with the buts. But you have to discern who gets the privilege of that energy. Who gets the privilege to watch you grow? Who gets the privilege of watching you change? Okay. Who gets that privilege? Okay. You need to pay attention. Pay attention right now here. You have the Eight of Scepters, the Eight of Wands. Everything's happening at once. Everything's happening at once. You don't want to look at it. And this might be why you're holding back on yourself. Okay? You're being asked to pay attention to things you don't want to look at. Okay? It's not fun. It's not fun because if you focus on the things that if you focus on the things that you are being asked to look at, maybe things burn down, maybe things are severed. Okay, this person over here that fears losing access to you is going to crumble. I'm not going to guarantee we get the Tower card, but it's a possibility, and I feel like this Tower energy is going to come through in one way or another, and whether we get the card out or not. So yeah, definitely an ego death happening. Definitely something falling apart that you thought was secure. Um, let's see what else. What else do we need though? What else do we need? Okay. Okay. So I'm pulling up the Star and the Eight of Spades, Eight of Swords. Yeah. So I think there's some perspective that is in desperate need of healing. Okay, and um, I say that with the Eight of Spikes because this suggests, on the surface, on the surface, this suggests being trapped. This suggests being hemmed in. This is not true. Okay, this is absolutely not true. Because what I need you to notice is that this dragon figure is actually holding what it needs to get away from the rest of the spikes, from the rest of the swords. They're not, it's not looking at what it's holding. And you believe you're trapped. You believe you're trapped, but I can guarantee you with almost 100% certainty that this is not the case. You have this Thief of Peace card. So it's all of this entrapment that you're feeling right now is mental. Here's the deal. Let me validate you on that. You know that the severance you need to make is going to hurt someone. It's going to make them feel confused and hurt, and they're losing access to your caretaking energy. That's not your problem. Okay? Sounds weird to say. Let me explain myself here. That is not your problem because you know what, you can feel the energy pushing you towards a different path, and they're diverging over here. Your paths are going separate ways. If you try and make it work, you're only going to stay stuck here. You're not going to, neither of you are going to make progress. Okay, that's causing you hurt. I think some of you resonating with this are deeply, deeply emotional, passionate, loving, empathetic, caring energies. Okay, and that's good. We need that in the world today. But you can't let your empathy and your caring nature trap you into a place that's only going to drain you. Okay. Now, why do I say that this perspective means some healing here? You have the star. Well, you have the star, and it's this is your compass needle. This is where you're pointing. Okay, you're pointing towards a path of healing. Okay, but all you have to do is look at what it is you have to hand, because you're not as trapped as you think you are, and you'll find your star. You'll find your way out of this situation. Okay, you'll find a way to maybe ameliorate some of the pain that the situation, you'll find a way to ameliorate some of the pain that the situation is bringing to both sides. Okay. Okay. So let's see some hidden energy. There's more to this. I do want to know more. There's absolutely more to this issue than what's coming out in our main energy. I'm crossing my fingers for you that whatever happens, you'll be okay. I know you'll be okay. You're you, babes. You're you. You're fantastic. Okay. I don't know you. There's a screen between us, but I have a feeling that whoever is watching this really needs to hear this. Okay. Let's see some hidden energy. Hidden energy, please. What do we need to see for our hidden energy? Okay. Let's start with the Wonder Hunter. Okay, we've got the Wonder Hunter. Okay, we have the Story Keeper. We have the Story Keeper, and we have the Selkie. Let's start here. Let's start with the Selkie, because I feel like not everybody's is up on the Celtic mythology as they need to be. I'm one of those people. It's me. I'm people's. Anyway, the way I understand the myth of the Selkie is that these were sea creatures who came to shore, shed their skins, and could live among humans without drawing any attention to themselves. On the flip side of that, if their pelts were stolen, they couldn't go back home. They couldn't put their skins back on and go home. So, within that context, let's take that story for face value here. Within this context, you have the Wonder Hunter, okay, and you have the Story Keeper. This is a new chapter in your book, okay? This is a new journey in your book. And I want to bring your attention to these butterflies in frame here. That to me suggests movement. It's suggesting, and I feel like they're moving away, from the figure. But what I want to emphasize here is that there's movement forward. This doesn't have to be. We talked about stagnation in the main energy, so I don't think your energy is going to stay stagnant for long. We also have the I believe we have the Eight of Scepters out as well. So this energy cannot stagnate. It's not going to do you any good to stagnate, especially because you're bringing in a new chapter. You're writing a new chapter in your book. Okay. But let me also reemphasize the fact that, yes, it's uncomfortable. You have to break barriers, okay? Because you risk losing yourself in all of this, okay? You genuinely risk losing yourself in all of this. Someone is going to steal your joy. We have the Thief of Peace. Once again, the Thief of Peace is coming back up in my thoughts here because you letting the anxiety and the stress and the hurt keep you from addressing this new chapter, it's going to steal parts of you shouldn't be giving away. Okay, it's going to steal parts of you shouldn't be giving away. Now it's always okay to try new things. As scary as they are, you should probably be doing it scared. Okay, but this is a new chapter in your book. This is a new chapter in your book, and you should be so abundantly proud that you've gotten yourself here. Okay, but it is it's a lot. It's a lot. There's definitely something coming ahead, but you know what? It's gonna be good. The adventure's gonna be good. I have a really good feeling that it's gonna be a good time to start a new adventure without the things that are taking your energy from you. Okay? Let's see. Okay. Hidden energy from our tarot here. Okay. Hidden energy from our tarot, we have the Six of Coins. Okay, we have the Six of Coins. We have the Ace of Coins. Okay, we have the Ace of Coins. Okay, and we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, have the Ace of Cups. Interesting. I like this. I do like this. The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Coins. So new beginnings. Hell yeah, new beginnings. New chapter in your book. Confirmed by this Ace of Coins and this Ace of Emotions. Ace of Cups is what I meant to say, but my thought got ahead of me here. Because what I'm going to say about that is you need to figure out a way of grounding your emotional state and getting practical. Like I keep saying with this hidden energy, there's a new chapter. A new chapter is being written in your book. Okay? It's a lot. It's a lot. That's fair. I totally get it. I get it and I understand it. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. This is a fresh start. Okay, fresh start, new chapter. You're putting down new roots. You're starting to let things come let things come up for you. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent, it's all there. What this is leading for is a cycle of being able to give and receive in equal measure. Okay? Before this time, you had a situation that was deeply one-sided. It was one-sided. And it's probably not healthy or right to deny yourself that understanding of that. Okay? It hurts. It's hard to hear. Okay? But the fact that you're moving into this new beginning is allowing you to see the kind of reciprocity that you need, the cycle of reciprocity and generosity. Okay? It's there, it's ready. It's there and it's ready, and it's giving and receiving in equal measures is coming for you. Being in the state of flow like that. Okay? But you need some practicality and rooted emotions to make this happen. Okay? Okay. So, yeah, that was our hidden energy. There's more to this. There's more to this. And we're going to clarify why we're seeing all of this here, but check in with me. How are you doing? How are you doing? This feels like it's been a lot. It's definitely been a lot to see, a lot to handle. I hear you. One thing I've didn't mention in the beginning is that if you have a different interpretation of this reading, if you know the decks I'm using and wanna offer something else, please go ahead and do so in the comments. If you feel safe to share, I'm happy to start a conversation with you over it. Okay. So let's see some clarifying energy here. What do we need to see? Okay. What do we need to see? Clarifying energy, please. Oh, okay. We're starting with the Trailblazer. Oh, I like this, babes. We got the Trailblazer. Okay. Got the Trailblazer. We have the Goddess of Grace. We have the Trailblazer. We have the Goddess of Grace. Okay. Trailblazer, Goddess of Grace. And we have Psyche. Immediately going back to what we got in our hidden energy. Actually, it was the main energy supplemental because we had the Star and the Eight of Scepters. Confirmed. Let's confirm it with the Psyche card. Okay, I want you to notice in that globe there's butterflies. I'm going to interpret those as butterflies. Transformation, a transformative thought process you're going through right now because you're seeing what you need to see, and you're implementing actions based on those things. Okay. Also from the main energy, we have new creative pursuits. We have new creative pursuits. We have a severance of ties between toxic energies and you. Okay. And we have this ending of you keeping things close to your heart that you really need to address and that you really should say. That's what I'm getting here from the Psyche card. Okay. The thing is, and I want you to notice, this character's holding that sphere. Okay. It's been in your hands the whole time. Okay. And it's okay to feel afraid to look at these things. Okay. But look at those things. You got to do it. You really do need to do it. Okay. You need to do it because you have the Trailblazer. Hello, babes. Hi, this is you. This is you. Remember what I said about the Star. You have your needle point is going in this direction. I know it's scary. I know it's scary to try something new. I mean, shit a brick. It's fine, babes. Acknowledge that you're afraid of this. That's part of what you really need to say to yourself is like, yes, I'm afraid. I might be leaving cinder blocks behind me while I do this, but I'm gonna do this. Here's what I want to point out to you. That could be a sun, could be a moon, whatever it is. It's glowing, but it's glowing around this character's head. You've had some clarity, and you've had some clarity drop on you, and it's like, okay, this is new. I'm scared. I'm scared of this new beginning. I'm writing this new chapter and I don't know what it's going to bring. I don't know what the journey is going to look like, but I have to blaze this trail. This is what I'm called to do right now. Okay? Even if you're terrified, even if you're scared as fuck about this, that's okay. Because I want you to know that everybody goes through this. Everybody starting over goes through this. Okay, when you have to iterate your path through a difficult time, it's rough. It's rough. And I mean, raise your hands. How many of you have started over? How many of you have tried again? How many of you have had to close the door on one thing and try and open a new door? Everybody should be raising their hands. Everybody watching this video needs to raise their hands because we've all done it. We've all done it. Okay? The advice that I'm going to give to you right now, give yourself some grace. It's okay to stumble. It's okay to fall. The people that were expecting you to do that in the main energy, no. Who are they? Who are they? Like, why do they care? Why do they care? This period of time is for you, not for them. No, babes. No. You're here now. You're here now. And you're scared, and that's okay. Because you know what? This is totally off card here, but I'm with you. Hold on. I'm with you. Okay, I pulled up the exile. This is yours. Okay, I'm going to confirm that. This is yours. But I also, yeah, this path is yours. It's not for anybody. Okay, they also have she of the invisible ally. You have a support system, even if it isn't intangible reality. Something somewhere out there wants this for you. Okay, something somewhere out there wants this for you. Okay, clarifying energy. Let's see what else we need to see. What else do we need to see? Okay. All right. Yeah, we have the moon. Okay, we have the moon. Let's go back to the wolf motif here. We've got the moon. We have the moon. We have the Four of Scepters, Four of Wands. Okay, we've got the Four of Scepters. And we have the Fool. I love this card. It's coming out just because the derpy. It's so derpy and I love it. I love it because I think, like I said, we've all been in a period of new beginning. And yeah, who the hell, who knows what they're doing when we get into that situation? It's chaotic. It's weird. We've gotten onto our pony wrong. Even the donkey is like, the hell is this fool doing right now? Okay. Sometimes the shade. I love this card. I love this depiction. The donkey's getting me right now, guys. But it's like, okay, I'm I gotta get my head on right? Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair. I'm laughing. I'm hung up on the donkey. Hold on a minute, guys. Um, yeah. so, again, we're getting it confirmed that we're in a new start. Okay, we might walk ourselves off a cliff. We might get ourselves into weird places. But guess what? Guess what? That's the best time for you to learn. That's the best time for you to learn because even if it feels like you're falling, this is the best time to test your wings. It's the best time to test your wings, but also to have faith that whatever comes of this situation is someone will catch you. Someone will catch you. Someone will get your head on. Someone will help you get your head on right. Someone will put you on the right path. Okay? It's a new start. It's a new start. Give yourself some grace and be proud that you got here. Okay? Because at this point, you still have stresses, anxieties, you still have things that you are, you still have things that you have to be aware of. Okay? Your dreams, your creative pursuits, anything that you never, your wildest dreams. The fear, the fear is it feels real. It feels real. Okay? And that's, like I said, that's okay. That's okay. It's new. It's new. Of course it's going to feel monumental. Here's what I'm going to say to you yet again. You are here. Okay? You are here. And it's okay to feel wrong. It's okay to feel uncomfortable, but you need to celebrate this achievement because that's what it is. That's what it is. Okay? Okay? That's what it is. We have the Five of Scepters. Okay, we have the Five of Wands, and we have Temperance. So, yeah, you made it here. You're here. It's a new beginning. It's a new chance to really get deep in it. One thing that I think may help you make the best of this energy is to look at the things you thought you wanted and assess whether they were worth the sacrifice of what you had. Okay? Because this may help you understand how to close the door on this toxic energy. I do think that's there, and it does play a part, but this is going to help you figure out whether it's really worth holding on to or not. I yeah, I would let it go, but your choice is your choice. I'm not going to make it for you. Okay, what I will say is that balance and understanding is going to definitely aid you in that pursuit. Okay. So, yeah, that's it for the main reading. I am going to do a bonus reading. Check the timestamps in the description if you want to jump around. I think I mentioned it at the beginning, but I list timestamps for each section of the reading if you want to see a specific portion. If you want to jump around, it's possible to do that. Timestamps in the description. Okay. Again, I am going to do a bonus reading. If you want to jump off here, thank you for coming. I hope this reading helped you. I will see you in the next one. But if you're going to stay on, the bonus reading is coming next. So, yeah, I'll see you there. Okay, guys, hi. I am back with the bonus reading. If you're coming from the main energy, hi, thank you for sticking around. If you're jumping around in the timestamps, hi, hello, I'm Meg. I will be reading your bonus cards. Yeah, let's dig in. Let's dig in and see what we need to see. Okay. Same thing again, if you're coming from the first part of this video, I'm going to read card on the bottom, card on the top. I'm going to do oracles and same thing with tarot. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see what we need to see. Okay. Okay. So to start this bonus reading, we have the Dreamer. Okay, we have the Dreamer, and we have the Phoenix. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm seeing that there's an energy of making space. Okay, I'm getting here with the Phoenix. Okay, the Phoenix is burning down the nest. Yeah, it's burning. Yeah, the Phoenix is about burning down the nest and rising from the ashes. So something initially fell apart. Okay, something didn't pan out the way you thought. It didn't come to fruition like you thought it planned. In fact, it may have catastrophically failed. Not fun. I get it. I'm sorry that happened. Okay. But it's something, this is something you've absolutely had to experience. Again, not fun. I'm sorry. It's not fun. What's this making space for? Okay. This is making space for your dreams to come to pass. Okay. It's making space for this. Yeah, it's making space for this dreaming energy, this big picture thinking, maybe. Yeah, there's definitely some dreams coming forward that you've burned down some old energies to bring into this. Okay. Better said, you burn bridges with old energies that don't serve you anymore, and that's made space to that's made space for something new to start. Okay. Let's pull the card in the middle here. Have the creatrix of cunning. Okay. I think you've known this was going to be a factor for you. You've had to do this work. You prepared yourself for the severance. Okay, and I want to say that I'm getting here with the sword energy. Okay, this is a symbol of power. This is a symbol of your power, especially where it comes to your knowledge and your brain and your way of perceiving things. Okay. I think for some of you, you are definitely very clever. Again, here with this fox. You're clever, you're smart, you're swift. You see and you do, and most of the time it's fairly accurate to what you were planning for. Okay. But like I said, this is your sense of knowing and your sense of knowing, and within this energy, you've known you were going to have to do this making space. Okay, you've known you were going to have to, because you got big dreams. You got big dreams. Okay, so what's up with the tarot? Let's see. Whoa. Oh, okay. Let's start there. Okay. Let's add some tarot cards to this. What do we need to see from our tarot for this? Suddenly my ducks are feeling spicy. This one's feeling spicy. Okay. All right. So, yeah, okay, we're going to start with the King of Coins. Beautiful. I love this. We're starting with the King of Coins. Okay. King of Coins. Okay, we have the Two of Spikes, so Two of Swords. Okay. Interesting. Okay, we have the, King of Coins, Two of Spikes, Two of Swords, And we have the mage. Okay, the mage, yeah. I'm thinking this is the fool. We already have the fool out from this deck. So, what I need you guys to understand right now is that you have what it takes to make this happen. Okay, you absolutely have what it takes to make this happen. You have the magician, the mage. Okay, and so you have the mage. That's already having what you need at your disposal. Okay, but even more than that, you're going to use those resources in a grounded and practical manner. Okay, the King of Coins, they know what they have at their disposal. They know what they're about. Okay, they've already planted their roots. Their garden is growing. It's grown. It will continue to grow. Okay, and it will continue to do that because they already know what they're doing to get it there. Okay, there will be choices to make. Always choices to make. You have this Two of Spikes, Two of Swords. You need to, maybe there needs to be a pause. Okay, I'm getting Temperance energy. I feel compelled to say balance, pause, gather what you're missing, because I do think there might be, even if you know what you're doing in theory, maybe in practice this might be a little bit elusive. Okay, it might be a little bit elusive, but keep your eyes on the prize. Okay, keep your eyes on the prize. Pause and gather the missing information. Okay, maybe, and while we didn't get the High Priestess out, perhaps some intuitive time, like be introspective right now. Um, that might help you. That might help you gather what you need. Okay. Okay, so that is about it for this reading, guys. I hope all of this has resonated. If you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you. Um, Again, I hope this is resonant and helpful with you. I will be back with a new video very soon. Until then, guys, I will see you. Yeah, I will see you later. Love you lots.